Hello, my friends. It's been it's been a while. I hope everyone's doing really well. I've been battling a bit of a sickness once again. It's been quite the couple of weeks here. But that being said, there's so much going on in this world, and a little bit of sickness really isn't too much to handle. So I'm feeling pretty grateful to be here and connect with you once again. I've been thinking about recording a video and going live for like weeks. Every day I don't post, I think about, why are you choosing to not do this? And I'm the type of person that I'm definitely a bit of a perfectionist, and I think that the weight of everything that I do is really, really heavy. And because of that, me putting myself online and recording a video feels like a really big deal. And it can be hard sometimes when I get in my own head and things don't feel like they're moving in the right direction. I freeze and I go back into my cave, and I am drawn into my hermit-like tendencies, and I meditate and I journal and I do yoga and I converse with spirit, and I try to live from this heart-centered place. CoStar, one of my astrology apps, and you may or may not know that I title all of my videos on the Timeline series based on the little quote that CoStar gives me every day. And yesterday, it said something like, you need to use your voice. And I was like, yeah, I know, CoStar. Like, I hear you. And then today it said, you are going to be haunted by the things that you do not say. And I was like, okay, heard. I've never seen it 2 days in a row be like, it felt like a follow-up. It was like, you didn't listen yesterday. You need to listen today. So you need to do this. And I'm sitting here with an upside down table, and I'm recording on my laptop, and I got this beautiful new speaker, a beautiful Christmas gift from my mom and my gran. So we're testing it out for the first time. Also, I got a new plant. Her name is Fiona. Fee. I totally forget what she is now. My mom propagated her, and she gave it to me, and I cried. I was like, she's so beautiful. I love her so much, but I don't really have my space set up. My life still is a little bit chaotic. So I'm definitely the type of person that whatever's going on in my life, you know how when there's that saying where, when you go to work, you're like, leave your personal life at the door. And I used to think I used to be really good at that. But I've come to realize that I can, what's the word? Not segment, but you know the word. I used to think that I used to be really good at putting things aside and just moving forward, but I've come to realize that I wear it all on my sleeve and I wear it on my face. And I've had people, I work in the service industry, and you can only do so much, I think, to hide what's going on inside, and people can pick up on your energy, it's on your mind. And it's the same thing with this type of work. This is my passion project. Nobody's paying me to clock in. And so I'm trying to follow, my internal compass and my guidance system of when I need to come on and when I have something to say. And I feel like I'm just rambling, as I always am. And I'm always feeling like the words that I have to say are not going to impact anyone. But hey, maybe you're going through something like me. Maybe you're going through a big transition. Maybe you feel like you've lost your space. Maybe you feel like you have to move things around. Maybe you've been sick. Maybe you've been tired. Maybe you just feel like you want to be internal and not face the world. And if that's you, I'm here with you. I'm here with you. I'm always torn whether I want to, say what's going on in my life, to kind of show the behind the scenes and hope that brings some clarity in someone else's life, or just shows that there's, people in solidarity. And then there's also the piece of me that, like I see on YouTube, and it's like top 10 affirmations for self-love. And I'm like, well, like, I know self-care affirmations. Like, I could come on here and be like, here are 10 affirmations for how to love yourself better. But it feels a little inauthentic. I'm just trying to like show up when I can and connect, but I feel like I'm failing at that. Like, a handful of you have commented and I just haven't been engaged. I haven't been commenting back, and for that I'm sorry. I'm a hermit. I'm a hermit. And this is, I go through phases where it becomes easier for me to chat and to connect, and then there's some times where I'm like, wow, I have nothing in me. And I was just looking through, I was just, on my YouTube analytics, and 97% of my viewers are male. I said to my husband, I was like, because before it was, I was like 60% or 70. And I was like, wow, like, I was like, that's very surprising to me. I'm talking about like moon cycles, and I'm on here like bitching about things. I'm like, why would men be interested in this channel? Like, I just assumed that it would be all women. And my husband so potently said, he's like, well, the internet's mostly male. I'm like, I mean, is it? Like, I don't know about that statement, but it's fascinating to me. And I'm so grateful for anyone that's here, anyone that's connecting. Like, I believe in my heart that whoever finds this is meant to. I'm just like playing it around in my mind, and I'm like, I thought that I would start this channel, and I've been helping women in my my 3D world for a long time. I've been in the world of women, and I've been trying to connect with the more feminine side of me, because I've always been like I've always played sports, and I've always been friends with men, and I've always been super competitive, and I've always thought me and women just like don't really get along. But over the last couple of years, I've been trying to like tap into that other side of things, and it's been so fascinating that I put myself online, and I have attracted men. And it's cool. I hope that there's so much to say. There's like this big divide with men and women. On my first date with Josh, he said that this is one of the reasons that like he knew I was different. Because so I originally got my undergrad degree in human resources, and we were just chatting, and I had said to him, I was like, we were talking about work, and there's this stat that always gets thrown out when comparing work between men and women. And it's like women earn, 70 cents on the dollar to men. And that gets thrown out. And it's like, there's so much to dissect in that. But I said to him, I was like, so we were chatting about that. And I was like, I completely understand from a hiring perspective why, like, just face value. Like, I completely understand why a company would want to hire a man over a woman. I'm not saying it's good, bad, or otherwise. But I said, was like, I can completely understand it. And he was like, whoa, that's a different perspective. And there's a lot to decode. And there's many reasons why I feel like that. And that being said, I love women and I think we're wonderful. And I think that we hold a lot of value, but I think that the investment in a woman needs to be much higher. And I say that because I think it should be higher. And I think it's more work. And I think it's more money if you do it right. And you should do it right, because what you're going to get from that investment is amazing. Women are great. Women can be great, but they need to be supported in a completely different way than a man does. I truly believe that, especially during childbearing years. I think it's been a while since I've read studies, but they say that once women get into their 40s, 50s, the rate in which they get promotions and get put into management roles is exponential. Makes sense, right? Not saying it's right or wrong. Not saying there's not lots of stuff going on in that, but there is a stat that women do get promoted exponentially once they reach maturity. I was watching this video and this guy was saying that there's 3 species that really value grandmothers. And it's elephants, whales, and humans. And there's been so many studies to show that I don't know if it's tribes, I don't know what they're called, but in the families that do not have a grandmother, they do way poorly. They don't do very well. But the ones that have grandmothers, they're the ones that hold the wisdom, and then they pass it along so that the group can basically thrive. But there's elephants, whales, and humans. And so there is I want to say untapped, potential in women specifically, but especially mature women. And societally, we don't really value it, but there's a lot to value and a lot to uncover and a lot that can be gained through the wisdom and experience of these women. But circling back, I really enjoy having these conversations about everything, to be honest. But I just think it's cool that men want to listen to me too. And I hope one day women want to listen to me too, because I imagine I'm not super I don't conform to any like sides. I am the best fence sitter you will ever encounter in your life. I 100% guarantee you. I can find you. I have my opinions and views, but like I can understand the other side and I can completely find reason to understand why other people feel the way that they do. So, um, you know, so often we get caught up in these narratives of like, oh, you're the left, oh, you're the right, and therefore you conform to all of these belief systems. And I think that's super dangerous. Super dangerous. Hi, I think somebody's on. So cool. Hello. I don't know how to tell who you are, but welcome. Oh, this has been fun. It's been nice. A little, cathartic to be back on here. I have no idea. I have no idea the direction of this channel. If you've been here, I totally changed the name and the branding. Oh, I'll tell you why. Because I was like debating it, and I was thinking about this for so long, and I got an opportunity in the 3D to teach a yoga class, and they were like, "Send me your branding," and I was like, "Oh, geez, I don't like deciding on things like this." So I finally decided. I was like, okay, I'm going to do a flow with Jess. And I thought it was a nice way to encapsulate, like, um, I have a lot of water energy in my chart. I'm a Pisces and a Scorpio. And, flowing with the waves, flowing with the energy, flowing with the moon, were all very important. And I knew that, we literally, the timeline videos, they all were ways for me to track the moon cycles. And my future aspirations include creating a moon diary, moon journal that taps into the different moon centers and the cycles of the moon. And then for women specifically, with their tracking with their cycles. So I thought it was a nice way to kind of tap in with those themes. And I really would like to teach more yoga. I am practicing Kundalini yoga currently, and I've dedicated myself to, so it's called sadhana, and it's basically your daily practice. And I'm on day 4 of this daily practice, and I'm taking about an hour to an hour and a half every day and doing prayers and kriyas, as well as movements and meditation and journaling. I don't know if I said that, but I'm dedicating myself for the next 40 days to, practicing this style of love, of self-love, really. And I do want to bring more yoga and breathwork to this channel. I made the branding, flow with Jess, yoga and breath. And like it, it did come about because I am teaching yoga, but I did also intend that to be, the breath as in, this conversation. And these conversations are like little Dharma chats to me. And the Dharma chats are simply, the chats that the yoga teacher brings to the mat, and it like weaves a story throughout the class to basically try to connect on a deeper level than just like hitting these poses. Like the Dharma is meant to be, life lessons and wisdoms and teachings and just intuitive guidance to help support students. And so, some things might change. I don't know if this is going to continue to be the timeline series. I've totally broke that intention. I think we're going to be shifting into, more Dharma chats. And then, I want to be putting some yoga on here, and I want to practice live with you because I believe that, these practices can change your life. It's changed my life. And I am such a student as well. And I'm just working through this. And I hope that I can help gift some of the teachings and the learnings that have helped me to the rest of the world. But I'm certainly no master. But I'm in the trenches. I'm in the practice with you. But I'm hoping that we can share that together, because I think that Kundalini yoga is not, it's not like as popular. It's not as known. I don't think it's as, I think it's totally for anyone. I actually think it's more approachable than going to a regular yoga class, in my opinion. It's physically demanding in a completely different way. But like a traditional yoga class, like if you have any injuries, like it can be really, really challenging. But Kundalini yoga, for the most part, you're in a handful of, like, you're seated, you're lying, you're standing. Like it's not, it's anyways, I'm not going to go into it, but I'm just really enjoying it. And I think it's something that needs more awareness, because it's very like rhythmic, and there's a lot of breath work within it. And there's, in my opinion, the most instantaneous shifts. Instantaneous. I have never felt, in my years of doing yoga, like I love it. I love it. I really love it. But Kundalini yoga has been like the quickest shifts. I'm not saying it's like, quick is best, but when you're going through it, and you need a tool in your toolbox that is going to help shift you 1%, 2%, 3%, like this does it. It's really amazing. So, yeah, are there any other thoughts that I have? Yeah, I'm just like, I feel like I'm living in the chaos a little bit, and I want to keep talking to you, and I want to continue this channel, and I want to continue my own personal growth and development and all that beautiful stuff. So that's where I'm at. And I'm so grateful for you being here. If you've been here since the beginning, man, thanks for going on this ride. If this is the first video you find, more to come. But definitely you can check out some of the other videos in the timeline series. It's a mixed bag, but I hope you enjoy. Okay, with that, my friends, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon.